Hi everyone, this is Sandy Reese with Stampacrew.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I'm jumping on a few minutes early today only because I'm so excited. I'm sitting here, I'm waiting, and I said I'm just going to jump on early. So we're doing something a little different today. You notice I don't have my grid paper out. I'm going to add that later. But before I get started, I want to remind you that today is the last day to take advantage of our starter kit special. It's a great deal. For $99 plus tax, you get free shipping. You get to pick $155 of product, your choice. You can have access to the Stampin' Up! Website. You can join the Demonstrator Planning Place, which is a Facebook group loaded with tons and tons of samples, videos, all kinds of stuff. You also get to join my Facebook team page and take advantage of my team opportunities. You can attend Stampin' Up! Events. It's just, you start saving 20% on your orders. There's a plethora of reasons to purchase a starter kit. So today's the last day for that deal. And then today is the last day of our kit sale. So we have our kits up to 30% off this month. So that ends tonight. So if you love our kits, now is a good time to get those ordered. Okay, so what I want to talk about today is scrapbooking. So how many of you scrapbook? If you scrapbook, send me a heart, put a message in the comments. I'll tell you what, when I was growing up, I didn't do scrapbooking, didn't know anything about scrapbooking. And then one year, my mother had made my brother and sister and I a photo album. It wasn't necessarily a scrapbook, but it was a photo album. I'm going to show it to you. We were adults at this time. And I want you to tell me if you remember these types of albums. These little cling, like magnetic sheet. It's sticky sheet. They call them magnetic sheet albums. So she had made us each one. This was my parents' wedding picture. My dad's picture is in a frame right now because he had passed. He passed several years ago, but his picture is still in the frame on my table. So that's why he's not there. But look how beautiful my mother is. I'm not going to show you the whole album, but just want to show you kind of what she had done for us. So we have some background on my parents, and then it kind of starts with our baby pictures. And she did this through, and this is me, yes, me. And these pictures, there's nothing journaled, nothing. They're just pictures, pictures of our life, not a whole lot. And then she had pictures of us growing up. That's me, my high school picture. And then a few random things. So she gave me this, and I literally, this is my sister. I'll just show you me, my sister, and then, oh, that looks terrible. Where's my brother? I don't have a picture of my brother's graduation. This was him when he was little. Isn't he sweet? He was such a sweet little kid. This was probably his senior year in high school. That was him getting his Eagle Scout. So anyway, I just cried when I got this because I know how many hours she probably spent putting these together, getting copies made. I mean, some of these were slides and she had prints made. I mean, that was back in the day. It was a lot more effort to get pictures printed than it is today. So when I received this, and I was an adult, I may have even had my first daughter, but I vowed that I was going to scrapbook for my kids. So I started doing Creative Memories. If you guys remember that, they went out of business. I don't know if they've come back. I don't think so, but they had these scrapbooks that had straps, and the pages had like little staples on them almost, and you put the strap, and I'm going to tell you, that was not easy to do. But I did that. My sister-in-law sold it, and I did that for all my kids up until I moved to Arkansas. And then it stopped because I discovered Stampin' Up! And then we got busy with life and nothing happened. So everybody's scrapbook ends when we moved here. Poor Samantha, I think, was 4. So her scrapbook ends at 4 years old. Kim was in 6th grade, so hers ended there. And so I've just been sitting there as I collect photos and, you know, school paraphernalia and everything else for the next, you know, 20 years. So several years ago, I'm going to say 5 years ago, I took a month off. If any of you remember when this happened, I took a month off. I didn't do anything for that month. I set up my whole dining room with stuff, and I finished my oldest, Kim's, scrapbooks through college. I was just going to do high school, but I had a whole bunch of college stuff for her, so I did a college album. And I felt so accomplished. And but there were a ton of scrapbooks, and my girls said, the rest of them said, "Don't make me that many." And so it's going to be hard, but I'm going to try to whittle it down a little bit. So Stampin' Up! Used to carry some scrapbooking supplies. Now we've always carried 12 by 12 paper in, well, I'll say not always, but for a long time, in color family packs. So you get 2 of each color. And we did have some scrapbooking supplies. And for a while, I did some scrapbooking classes with Stampin' Up! Products. I'm going to show you a few of those things. And while I was looking, I found this scrapbook kit from Stampin' Up! That we carried. Now, the colors in here were brocade blue, wild wasabi, more mustard. So that's going to give you an idea of how old this is. And look at the instruction sheet. It's just a copy, front and back. You can barely even read this. And it just says what's in the thing and what colors. There's no instructions. They give a few black and white photo examples. We have, now it did come with paper. This, let me just show you, 2-sided designer paper, which we still have. And then it had these sheets of stickers. So we had, you know, some borders, a few elements, like 12 by 6, and then we had cardstock. That hasn't changed. The quality has changed, but I'm going to show you in a minute what it's like now. Okay, but no instructions, just these black and white samples. So in my classes, I would occasionally do double page spreads, and we used dies, we used stamps. So I'm going to show you now. I don't think, because I have tape, look at this is so old, it's coming apart here. I have taken some of half of my double page spreads and put them in Kim's album when I did them. So I'm still saving everything. I have 3 more girls that I have to scrapbook for. That's not going to happen soon, but I am going to start making all these new kits we have and then saving them so that I can break them up and use them in all the girls' scrapbooks. All right, so this is one. We did some stamping on the background. There was another page to this. Here's a Thanksgiving one. We had done, it was a 2-page spread, but you can see just some, a little bit of stamping and an element, and then places to put pictures. Here's this one was a Halloween 2-page, oh no, it's just 2 of the same. I don't know. But I can use that for 2 different girls' photo albums. Okay, here's another one. This one is old. Dies, a petal punch, if you remember that. And this is the other one. This one has to go together. Happy Days. Make sure I get that in the frame. Okay, here's a summer one. This is a 2-page spread. Summer Fun. So these are ones I had to design. Okay. I have used one sheet of this. It's, oh, it's upside down. It just says Pals, Giggle, and Share. And then I used some of you remember that glitter, Dazzling Diamonds glitter on our oranges? And then here's another one where I have used half of it. So this one was just kind of a love and flower one. So that's what I have left of my I'm going to call it the old generation of my scrapbooks. So now I want to move on to what we have currently. I had my first scrapbook class with the new scrapbook kits on Tuesday, And the reason I didn't do much scrapbooking is because I brought down stamps, inks, blocks, dies, punches, my scraps. I had a ton of stuff sitting out for everybody to use, make titles, whatever you wanted to do. We literally did not stamp one thing, and we had all the kits, okay? Everybody had different kits, so nobody stamped, nobody die cut. We did have a few do punches that they could add later, so they just punched them out and then took their punch pieces with them. So, you know, as I'm looking at the kits, you don't need anything. You don't need anything extra. You don't need the stamps. If you want them, you can. But look at the difference in the instructions we get now. This is what we got then. Nothing. We got some black and white photos on a piece of copy paper. Now we have a beautiful full color glossy booklet that not only gives you pictures, it tells you the materials you need to make everything in here. It was the scrapbooking kit, the pool party stamp pad, blending brushes, and then adhesives and scissors. It tells you the 3 projects. These are photos. They even tell you what size photos if you want to go that route. There's a 3x3, 2 3x4s, you know, right here, up to 4 4x6s. So it tells you what size to make your pictures. Then it even tells you how to cut your paper. It gives you cutting instructions, measurements. It has a getting started. I mean, this is amazing to me. And it tells you, and then each piece is numbered. We've got 2A, 2B, 2G. Everything's numbered. So once you cut it, you can I would take a pencil, because you may use one side or the other, and lightly write the number on your piece of paper. And what I did this one, I even looked, and I looked at 2I and found it and saw which side of the paper it was, and then I wrote on the other side so I wouldn't have to erase. Okay, here's a piece untrimmed. We didn't even have to mess with that. Then they give you cutting measurements for each of the pages. Some you leave untrimmed. This one we just cut in 3. And then the white is the ones that they use for the backing for your photos. So these are all mats for your photos. All right, so there's several pages of the cutting templates. Then we have instruction sheet. So it tells you which mats you need for your photos, and it tells you all the paper pieces you need. It even gives you measurements from the bottom of the paper where to place this from each side. Isn't that crazy? That is guts. Now, I'm an eyeballer. I like to eyeball, so I did not necessarily use these measurements, but I absolutely used which ones, which pieces go with which paper. And then it has where the sticker placement. Now, these are guidelines. You do not have to go by this. You do whatever you want. But it gives you for each paper, and these are arranged to be double page spreads, and it tells you exactly with prepare for both pages, assemble, and then assemble for the second. So easy. Okay, so we have 4 kits right now. We have the snow days, we have the reindeer Christmas one, we have a autumn, and then we have a Halloween. So I did the snow days, and I didn't even open my kit. I don't know what to expect. I'm gonna tell you which order in difficulty on cutting. So the snow days was the easiest one to cut. All right, the next kit, where did I put it? I have one more kit that I had out. What did I do with it? It's the reindeer kit. Oh man. I mean, I've had it right here. Oh, it's here. It's right here. Here's the Reindeer Memories kit. Let me just show you. This is the next easiest one to cut. It has a few more pieces. And then the fall one is the next hardest one. And then the Halloween is probably the hardest, only because it has a lot of small pieces and they make flags and all kinds of cute little things. Super cute, but a little more involved in cutting. So just FYI. All right, now I'm going to show you my Snow Days kit since I finished it. And it probably took me a total of an hour and a half to do all the cutting. And it was probably even less because I was getting up and helping and talking and everything else. But, and I even put my little, they have little placeholders that you can put where your pictures go, and it tells you what size to cut your photo down. I mean, how amazing is that? Now, I didn't have my pictures with me. It sometimes helps to do that, but while I'm teaching class, I just do, you know, we're doing the sample. I'm helping everybody because we all had different kits. So I have saved these and I put my placeholders so I know what size to cut my photos. That was one. Now I put them in separate, each one in a separate page, and I'm going to tell you why in a minute. This was another one. Now I changed the placement of some of my stickers because in the sample they show some stickers kind of covering some of your pictures, which I don't have my pictures in yet, so I didn't want to cover my stickers with my pictures, so I just replaced them a little bit. Okay, and here is the third. So it gives you 3 double page spreads. Now, over here, there's still plenty of room to add more pictures. I like lots of pictures, so I like lots of extra room. I fit as many pictures as I can. Now, some of the kits say pop this up. You can use dimensionals if you want. I like my pages flat as possible. That's why I like the stickers and die cuts, because I want to fit as many pictures as in an album as I can. Okay, so those were the pages. Now, let me think what I was going to talk about next. Let me show you what was left over from my kits. Some of the kits have more pieces left over than others. So let me show you what I had left over. I did not have much left over from my kit. I did it as shown. I had one sticker, one long sticker with the with this. It's just kind of a narrow one with the holly and berries. You can see I've used everything else. I had one full sheet of designer paper, and then I had a few scraps. I had a scrap of this, still had a scrap of that, and some little pieces, and then some extra white pieces. So these would be great for doing die cutting tiles or die cutting some snowflakes, and then little pieces here. So this is all I had left, really, which is not much. All right, now those are the kits, and they also sell, you can buy a pack with, I think it's $17, a pack of the coordinating paper and stickers. Then they also sell separately packs of the coordinating cardstock. So the Snow Days cardstock, it's the two-tone. Now I don't have any of those, I'm going to tell you that now. These are just some of my stash of my Stampin' Up! Colors. It gives you 2 sheets. Some of these are even textured. Do you remember when we had the textured? So I'm trying to use my resources wisely like a good Girl Scout and use what I have. So they give you 6 pages. They have, in the Snow Days cardstock kit, there's 2 each of Pool Party, Garden Green, Real Red, Petal Pink, and Early Espresso. All right, so I have some Early Espresso somewhere. I do not have Petal Pink, but I pulled out these 3 pieces. Plus I also have some white. And what I'm going to do today, because we have already, well, we might do all of them. We'll see how much time we have. I'm going to make 3 more double page spreads using my extras. I'm going to use some extra cardstock. Then this is the stamp set that goes. I'm going to use this today. I did not use it on my samples, but because I'm out of stickers, I'm going to use a couple of these. And then, what else do I have? I have a couple sheets of basic white. I always have a selection of basic white cardstock, or I have a couple packs. And then I had some of this because I've used these in classes. This is the coordinating designer paper. Oh, look, there's more white. This is the designer paper, which coordinates, but you'll notice it's a little different. So in the catalog, the mini catalog, where's the one? Hold on. It's right here. I put a Post-it, but it doesn't seem to be helping. This is the stamps, or the suite that coordinates with this scrapbook kit. Now the scrapbook kit's online only, but this suite has the papers, but you'll notice some are similar, but they're slightly different. So the paper in here has the red berries, whereas in the kit, it has the similar, it's not the exact same, but it's similar. And then we don't have the red berries, it's just the green. We do have this candy cane paper in the kit. Where is it? I don't know, maybe I used it all. No, here's a little piece left over. The candy cane paper is the same. And then this paper is this print, but it doesn't have the green in it. So you'll notice subtle changes, and then there are some exclusive papers, one-sided, that are not in this set. Okay, now I don't have this. I don't have this bundle. Contrary to popular belief, not all demonstrators have everything. Do we want everything? Yes. Do we have it? No. I do have some of these, and I have this paper. So I'm using some of this paper. We're going to make up a few more spreads to go along with our ones we already made. And using up the rest of our scraps too, because, you know, why not? So one thing you can do when you have, let's get these out. Let's get these back out. Is this how, okay, this was my first page. You can, if you're going along and you have a lot of, you know, pictures and you want to do a couple of these, you can decorate this side of the paper too. Okay, you can decorate that side and then you have something on both sides. That way you're using less cardstock, you're using what you already have, and you're just decorating and adding pictures to this. I do that a lot when I am personally scrapbooking with my kids. Because I am currently using these for displays, and I'm putting them in an album and taking them to classes just to show what you can do. And then later, I'm going to take them out individually and use them on each of the girls' scrapbooks when I get to them. Okay, so I'm working on 3 sets of scrapbooks. Forget my stuff. That's not happening. But I want the girls to have them. So what I'm going to do is just put I'm going to make separate cardstocks. I'm not using that, but I'll put it in the same sleeve so that as you go, you see different pages for each turn. And then I'll put my instruction sheet, wherever that went, I'll find that in a bit, in here in the front, and then we'll have that for display. So if you come to my classes, you will have a chance to kind of look through and as I add each kit in there. All right, so let's make some scrapbook pages. Let's get out our extras, our extra supplies. Here's my thing. There's my instruction book. Okay. And then we have my extra things that I brought in. So the first one I wanted to do, I'm not sure I'm going to use that sticker. We'll see. Is I have a lot of pictures of my kids having snow days. Now they grew up in the South and in California, so they didn't have snow days until we moved here. And the first year we moved, we had so much snow. And the first snow day, I called my dad and I said, oh, the kids are building snowmen. We're having this, there's like a foot of snow out. And then by the 9th snow day, I called my dad back and I said, oh my God, is this ever gonna stop? It was rough. We haven't had that bad since then, but so I have lots of pictures of them building snowmen and sledding. Those are mostly our winter pages, so that's what we're gonna focus on. I am going to start, have I thought this through? No, this is gonna be quick pages. Now, if you are an avid scrapbooker and you like to spend 45 minutes to an hour on a scrapbook page and you like to do all the bells and whistles, this is not what I'm going to do. I am doing quick guerrilla scrapbooking. When I go to a crop, I don't come back with 10 pages, I will come back with 40 pages. So we're going to do quick things to use our scraps that we can create fun scrapbook pages. I don't do any journaling until I put the pictures in, so I may add that later. We will see. All right, so with this one, I'm not even sure I'm going to use red because it's not necessarily Christmas that we are doing. We're doing snow. We're not doing Christmas. So I'm going to take 2 of my white pages, and this pack of white cardstock, I don't know if you can see, the whole pack was bent on the bottom, which I should have I actually had 3 packs that were all bent, and I should have have them replace it. I didn't. So what I'm going to use is I'm putting this at the bottom. I'm going to use this scrap, and let's grab our paper trimmer. How big is this scrap here? This scrap is how wide? It's like 4.5 inches wide. So I'm going to cut it in half. We're going to cut it 2 1/4. Paper trimmers come in so handy. All right, I've cut that in half. And I'm going to put these on the bottom. I'm going to put one on the top. I'm going to flip my paper around so my damaged corner's up there. Put one on the top, one on the bottom. Or you could turn it this way. Do I have any long pieces? I have this long piece. What size is this? This is 1.5. So let's cut this 3/4. This is also really going to improve your measuring skills. We talked about that at class because some of us don't measure very often, and this is really going to help with your measuring skills. All right, one thing I do want to do, I'm going to take, that's just a piece of garden green regular cardstock. I'm going to take one piece of 12 by 12 garden green, and I'm going to cut 1/2 inch, 2 1/2 inch pieces. Oh, wow, I didn't cut that very well. Hold on, let's try that again. We get attempt number 2. Is that 1/2 inch? No. It would help if I measured properly. 1/2 inch. Half inch. I messed that up. That's okay. It's just paper. I'll do another one. And 1/2 inch. Okay. All right. I'm gonna have to use my liquid glue here. All right, we're just gonna do a couple of very quick borders. And just butting these up next to each other. And we'll do a little green strap. Cute. Super easy. We're going to do this one. Oh, well, come on. I should get my grid paper out so I don't get glue all over my desk, which will probably happen, but we're going to try to be careful. I'm not using a ton of glue. I definitely don't want it to leak out or squish out, so I'm just doing very thin. And you can use your seal adhesive. I don't have my seal adhesive up here. All right. Now, one of the best things about the instruction sheets is these layouts, and you can, and the way you cut the paper, if you want to do something with the airplane suite, what is it called? Take to the air, I don't know, has gorgeous paper. You can use this cutting guide and cut that paper and do a bunch of scrapbook pages using that suite. You don't, save these. If you're going to buy them, save them and use the layouts and the cutting guides to make more things. Okay, now, can you see both of these? You can. Oh, I can fit them all in. All right. I get very messy with my scrapbooking. Let me get everything out of the way. All right, this is where we are going to do Snow Day. I'm going to do Stamp Snow Day. Blocks. I need a big block for this one. I have not, this is brand new, haven't used it, so I'm going to rough it up a little bit. And make sure it's on there, not messed up. Okay, I'm hoping that I'm going to use Garden Green. And I'm going to do Snow Day on both pages, only because these will eventually go in separate scrapbooks. Otherwise, if I'm going to do it as a double page spread, I would literally just do it on one page. All right, so we're going to do Snow Day. Ooh, that stamp's so nice. I'm going to do Snow Day on this one. So nice. I love it. I love it when it stamps nice. Okay. Then, hold on. I'm going to do Burr. I like that one. Let's grab, will it fit on here? No, let's put it on here. I want this, I'm going to do it in green, but where's I have a piece of grid paper I pulled out. Here we go. Because I want to stamp off. I don't want it full strength. Let's see how that's going to look. Oh, that looks good. Okay, I'm going to stamp off once. I'm going to do just a light. I'm going to do it a shade off. Okay, let's do it again. Stamp. Oh my gosh. Okay, now I'm just going to stamp one more thing. Well, do I want to stamp it? I'm just going to stamp a few snowflakes. I use the sparkling snowflakes. This is an example of how you can use stamps that you have or whatever you have to embellish your scrapbook pages. So I'm taking these three. I stuck them on this block. so I don't have to stamp 3 times. I could just stamp 1 time. And I'm using Pool Party, which is this blue. And I'm just gonna do some light snowflakes down in the corners. Let's see. This is my old Pool Party. I don't know where my good one is. And then I'm gonna leave it blank because I don't know what pictures are gonna go in here. Let's stamp another one right here. I don't know what pictures are gonna go in. So I'm gonna leave this whole area blank to fill with pictures. All right, that's 1 double spread page done. How long did that take us? Maybe 5 to 7 minutes? Not too long. Okay, let's do another one. What do we still have? We have some of this. So let's take a couple pieces. Let's take 2 pieces of Pool Party cardstock. And I want to do, where's my paper trimmer? Let's cut this in half. This is how long? This is 6 inches. So let's cut it 3 inches. So we have 2 pieces. We're doing a double spread page. And I am going to put these, I'm going to put this right across the middle. And this is where grid paper comes in handy. So if you want to put it in the middle, let's turn it this way at 0, and that's 12. 6 is halfway, so we can start right here and then hopefully eyeball it. That's the goal. We're going to eyeball the center, or hopefully it'll be straight. 6. Okay. We're done with that, and then I'm going to use this as my guide to do the next piece. If they don't line up perfect, it's okay, because these are, you know, if you're doing them on the same spread, they're still going to be across the page from each other. So if it's not perfect, don't beat yourself up, right? Okay. I have a strip of white. It's 12 by 12. I like nice, easy layouts. How big is this? This is 1 1/4. So we need it to be 5/8 inch. This is an example. Half of 1 1/4 is 5/8. Actually, so I'm going to do 2 of those. Here's another scrap. I'm going to do 5/8, and I can just put that on here. One thing about this paper trimmer, which I love, is that it has even marks for 30 seconds. Each grid line is a 1/4 inch. So half of a grid is an 1/8 and then a 1/16. So it goes 16ths, but it has 5/8. So it's just a little bit of practicing with knowing where all the measurements are. And it also has numbers on the side. I put a piece of white under there so that I could see them a little better because it's clear. All right, we are going to put, now normally I say put your glue on the paper, on the smaller paper, but I'm putting it on here because I'm just going to lay this on top. Putting that right there. If you're doing a strip like this, I like to put my glue down first, and then it's a little easier to lay that down. Look how cute that is already. This paper is actually slightly longer, and sometimes that just happens in the manufacturing process. I'm just going to trim it off so it's not hanging over the edge. It could also be that I moved it. No, it's pretty close to the center. But sometimes if I don't get it lined up, it will hang over on one end. So that's how I know I made a mistake. Do I make mistakes? Never. I never make mistakes. Right? That's what I tell my husband. He thinks I'm perfect. Well, he thinks I think I'm perfect. We'll say that. Because I tell him I'm perfect, but I am not. But do not tell him I said that. Okay. I will admit to you that I'm perfect. I do not admit to him that I'm not perfect. Or whatever. Either way. Okay. I don't know why everything's a little longer. And it could be because this cardstock is slightly smaller too. This pool party. All right. There are 2 pages. I'm not even going to do anything else. What I will do though, let's get our pool party ink and see if we can do, this is textured cardstock, so it's very light. Hold on a sec. That's balmy blue. That's not the one I want. Okay. What? I don't know where my other... Oh, here it is. Oh my gosh. That's my old pool party. Now it's probably going to make a difference. I get my good, nice new inked up one. Let's put just a couple. Oh, so much better. I'm just going to stamp over this. Close enough. It's so light you can't even tell. And then maybe I'll do on this one, we'll do them on the bottom. All right. And then what I might do is later I might use my dies and that say, you know, and do the word, you know, sledding or sled day or something and put them on here. And this will be pages for sledding. I'm not going to worry about anything else right now. This is just a basic design. I can fit 5 or 6 pictures on here and I am good with that. Okay, let's do one more. Let's use, what do we have? What kind of paper do we have left in our scraps? Not a whole lot. So let's just do, well, I still have this whole page. I don't really want to do the red though, because I'm doing, all right, I'm going to use this one. This is a piece of scrapbook paper from, oh no, this is what we're going to do. This is scrapbook paper from the Stampin' Up! Catalog, the mini catalog in the suite. I'm going to use these 2 pages because I don't think I'm going to be using that side. So I'm going to use these 2 as my base. And then I am going to do, I've got 2 pieces of garden green, just 8.5 by 11 cardstock. I have one, and this is not it. Oh, this is where I struggle, is my organization on my desk. All right, I need 2 pieces of this, so let me get one more. Oh, I found it, it's on the floor. So you can use your regular cardstock that we have a ton of, And I am going to cut this. This is 8.5 by 11, so I'm going to cut it 8.5 by 8.5. Make a big square piece. 8.5. Let's cut this one. We're going to do them just the same. I'm not even doing them differently. It can still be a double page spread. I'll show you. So I've got those two, and then I'm going to take, where's my long piece of white? I'm going to cut this to 10 inches. And then maybe how wide is this? 3.5. Let's do 1 3/4. That's half of 3.5. That'll give us our 2 pieces. Okay. I don't have to stamp on the background because I've already got my snowflakes there. And then I am going to glue this just like this. So let's put this green one right in the middle. Find my open glue. And we're just gonna eyeball it to the center and hope it's straight. That's what we're gonna do. Pull you back. Okay. And I kind of like the liquid glue because it lets me have just a few more seconds to kind of move it around. All right, we've got these. And I'm going to stamp one more thing. What do I want to stamp? Let's get this out. I'm going to do Magical Moments. And then What Fun. So let's do this. I'm going to do Magical Moments. I need a block. Okay, let's do this. We've got green and garden green and pool party. And I'm gonna stamp, can you see? I'm gonna stamp this here. I'm just doing two just alike. I'm gonna do it on the opposite side though. Okay, and then I'm going to do What Fun. Let's do it in Pool Party. Where did I put it? Right here. I need to take this off. What Fun. I like, these are nice titles because they are, a lot of them are nice and thick. Okay, there's that one. That I knew wasn't going to be straight when I did it, but that's how it goes. All right, now I'm going to take the snowflakes. I'm going to take the littlest one, and let me wipe this off. I have black pants, so wipe it on my black pants. I'm really bad about that. Where's my glue paper? I'm going to stamp it off once in the green and just do a fun, cute little green snowflake. I could do that in blue too, but it doesn't matter. Make sure that ink is dry, and we can use a little bit of Wink of Stella on our snowflake. And Wink of Stella, if you haven't used this, it's just a little glitter pen. So it gives just a very fine shimmer layer. And it just would add a little bit of sparkle. All right. Get my glue going. And then just put this down kind of at the bottom. If you're stamping, make sure your fingers are clean before you do that. Almost had a moment of panic. I'm gonna put this one up high. If you like adding gems or embellishments, you can do that. Did I have my snowflakes out? And then everything's falling off my desk as I'm looking. I have snowflakes, but I don't know where they are. Oh, here they are. They're buried. These I'm just going to do a couple of because, and I might add more later. I might add more later when I put my pictures in to embellish. So when I put these on, I put my dots of glue and then I pick up the snowflake and stick them on that glue with my pick tool. And then I'll get my hands all, messy. All right, just little ones. Oh, I'm sticking my hands in the glue, my arm. One more. Where'd I put that glue? I stuck my hand in it, it's almost gone. Okay. And that's all I'm gonna do because I wanna put several pictures and then I can add more, stuff if I want, but I need to make sure I have room for a little embellish or journaling, or at least to put the date, and the names of the kids that are in the picture. So to me, that's the most important thing, is if you're going somewhere, to put what it is, the year, and then maybe who else is in the photo with you. So I don't do a ton of journaling, but I'll put a little, a little note. So that is our 3 pages. What time is it? With all the talking, we did 3 spreads in less than 30 minutes. So let's finish up our little album so far. We're gonna stick these in. I wanna make sure I've got all kinds of inky stamps here. I don't wanna mess with that. And clear a spot. Okay, let's pull these in. Okay, in the front, I am not going to put anything there. I'm going to put let's see. I'm going to just start from the first ones I did. I can't find what I'm looking for. My goodness. I love these top-loading pocket pages. Okay, there's one. Here's our other one. So that could be a double-page spread, even though I'm going to use them in 2 separate scrapbooks. Okay, then we have the one from the kit. Then we'll do this one. That we'll finish later when we put pictures in. Okay, then we have our last one there, and I'm gonna put this here, and, oh no, I've gotta, when you have embellishments, you need to be careful putting them in here, if those are not dry yet. And I feel like I had one more scrapbook page. Where did I put it? Hold on. All right, I cleaned up my craft room before I did my this video, and now I have everything on the floor. You're gonna have to go back through and clean it up again. All right, so here's our whole setup between class and then another half an hour of just making something with our extra pieces. Right there, we've got this kit, got that page. You know, and you don't have to have precise measurements. You do what's easiest for you. This is a great way to use up your scraps. Look at that. Oh my gosh. I can't leave that. Well, that's the back of that. If I was going to decorate the back of that, I would literally cut this. Maybe put it like that. I don't know. Or I just put pictures on that page if I was going to use the back of it. So cute. So cute. Okay, so that is the Snow Day scrapbook kit. Now, we have the others. They're all different prices, and depending on what they have. So this one was one of the 2 cheaper ones. I think it was this. I won't say cheaper. I'll say less expensive. The Snow Days kit, and then I think the Halloween kit were both the same price, and then the Reindeer Memories was higher and the autumn one was higher, but it had a lot more stuff in it. So then there's all the coordinating products. So if you are interested, if you like doing the scrapbooks and you want to see me do a kit, it would probably be the Reindeer Memories start to finish. Let me know. I can do this on next week's videos. I'll probably take 2 days what we would do, or take 3 videos and do the cutting one day, and then maybe assemble 3 pages the next time, and then the other 3. So just so it's not super long. But if you're interested in me doing that, say so in the comments, or, you know, leave me a message, because I'd be happy to run through the whole thing and show you how the cutting guides work. And yeah, so there we go. And I can use this whole cutting guide and layouts, and I can go back and use my vintage Stampin' Up! Simply Scrappin' Primary Colors kit and do the same thing. I might even do that. We'll see. We'll see. I'll pick out my favorite layouts of all the kits, and then I'll do it with this one. And then we'll maybe do a kit using a layout, but we'll use a different, you know, maybe we'll do the airplane paper or something. We'll do something different. All right. Well, thanks everybody. I will post photos on my blog. I'll put the link in the YouTube description, and I'll put a link if you would like to place orders. I'll post all the, you know, all the supplies on my blog as well. So thanks for stopping by. Make sure to click subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos. Let me see if we have any questions or comments. Who is that? That is, I've got this, oh, it's Kathleen. And it says, I'm looking upside down because my technology is not great. And it says, where do you get the clear pages? Okay, so the clear pages, we have currently some clear top loading pages on the Close to My Heart section on the website, on our online store. It's hard for me to see what's here. So I'm going to be honest, these came from the craft store. I bought them in a big pack. They're 3-ring binders, and I personally like the 3-ring binders, and I know Stampin' Up! Is going to be coming out with some more product. We have a new scrapbooking, digital scrapbooking album, or not album, but brochure that's coming out in the next couple of months. And then we'll have more product in the new catalog in the spring. So currently I am using ones from the scrapbook store until Stampin' Up! Comes up with their own, hopefully 3-ring binders, because those are the easiest for me to do. I love those. So I hope that helps, Kathleen, for now. And I think that's it. I have talked enough for today. I will see you guys on Friday or Saturday. I will post Saturday, and then we'll have a video on Monday. I don't know what yet. I gotta think about it. So thanks for stopping by. Happy Halloween, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.